Good evening and welcome to Rich High School and Rebel Volleyball on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com. The Rebels football team just wrapped up a tough loss against Layton Christian Academy. And Rich volleyball team taking the court against Duchesne. Not sure how the freshman match went. JV lost in 4 to the Eagles. And right now in the first set, brought to you by Rich County, by Rolene Kennedy, rather. The Rebels trail 10-8 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Joining the first set in progress. Julia Hopkin with a big hit. It's dug up out of bounds by the Eagles. And Rich trails 10-9 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Haven't seen a whole lot of what's happened so far as we've been getting things ready to go and online. And so we'll join it in progress here. Rebels down 10-9. Eagles set it up, bump it, and the third bump doesn't clear the net. We're tied at 10 on that Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Let me get that camera off center just a little bit. We may have to zoom it out a bit, and then I'll adjust from there, Rob. Zoom right there. That's perfect. Thank you, Rob Leifson, running my camera, helping move equipment in. He's been fantastic tonight. Talisha Larson serves. It's an ace. Circle H Land and Cattle Company ace puts the Rebels on top 11-10 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. We'll apologize now to the town of Randolph, the Pugstone Sporting Goods, Comprehensive Family Dental, Randolph Country Store in the town of Laketown. All those pregame segments just skipped right through because of football coverage, jumping right into volleyball coverage. Rebels with an epic recreation block of the game. Eagles set it up and bump it into each other. They can't get around each other and drop the ball to the floor. Rebels on top, 12-10 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Talisha serves again, and this one just about a Circle H Land and Cattle Company ace as it was shanked off to the side by Alyssa Grant, the junior. Rich sets it up. Hopkin hits it hard. It's dug up, set left side, hit back line, and Risha can't dig it up. So the Eagles able to get a good dig and set up the attack, knock it down. And I believe it was Ashton Spencer with the kill for Duchesne. Spencer serves. Smith receives, set up left side. Hopkin hits it hard down. Spencer able to dig it up. No, I don't think that's Spencer. Maybe it is. The 7 looks like a 1. Rebels able to set up the attack, hit it over, and it's dug back up over the top and overpass. Kiara sets left side again. Hopkin hits high off the block. It's deflected out of bounds. There's a clear deflection. That is so obvious. How is that not called a deflection? Rebels got oh, that was a deflection. There's no question. They missed the call and we're tied at 12. There was no doubt about that. Wow, 12-12. We're tied. Hopkin passes up front. Great pass. Kiara sets near the middle. Hopkin hits back corner. It's in there. This time they do call the deflection. I didn't see a deflection that time. Is that a makeup call? It doesn't matter. 13-12. Rebels back on top. Stacy's Repair scoreboard as Hopkin gets the kill. And Kiara Grohl serves. Bumped up front. Set in the middle. Hit blocked by Julia Hopkin. Nice epic recreation block of the game. Hit to the back line by the Eagles. The Rebels bump it, keep it alive. Hatch taps it to the back line. Set up again, left side, and hit down. Big, strong hit by the Eagles. And the Rich lead is none now. We're back tied up at 13 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. And apologies on a little bit to it sounds maybe like lack of preparation, just trying to scramble and get things set up and arranged for the start of this match. Hopkin hits it hard. Spencer with a nice dig. Set up left side. Riemann hits. Rich blocks it and lifts it to keep it in the air. Eagles on top, 14-13 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Last time these teams met, the Rebels won 3-0 at Duchesne, 25-21, 25-18, and 25-20. So they were 3 pretty close sets. Kiara scrambling a bit, bumps, and Hopkin bumps it over. Bump to the back line, and Duchesne caught standing flat-footed. About 6 players standing around looking like, you get it. No, you get it. Okay, it's on the floor. Duchesne does have a number 1 that I don't have on my roster. Is their libero as Rich serves an ace. Brought to you by Circle H Land and Cattle Company. Pam, do you have a program? Julia serves again, and thank you. Bump to the outside, and Duchesne can't put together an attack. Rich is on top, 16-14. I'll look through this program real quick and find out. Is 7? Number 1 is Ashton Spencer. So, a Circle H Land and Cattle Company ace. So if number 1 is number 7, then who is number 7? 17-14. Rebels with the lead on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Julia Hopkins serving, a couple of Circle H Land and Cattle Company aces. Spencer passes up front, set up, passed, and slapped over. A nice dig by Smith, set up left side. Peart hits back line, and Spencer can't control it. Bear Lake Realty kill for Savannah Peart. Rich on top, 18-14. And let me see if I can find Duchesne's roster in here real quick. Yeah, these numbers are totally off. There is no number 1 listed. Shank's serve receive. It's bumped under the net. Rich leads 19-14 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. I think Sierra Leffler is the libero, wearing number 1 libero jersey. Spencer hits left side. Riemann with the big hit. Rebel with a high dig. Risha sets in the middle. Hatch hits, deflected by the block. Diving save by Riemann. Bumped over. Rich keeps it alive. Risha sets left side. Peart hits cross court. Spencer passes up high. Set left side again for Riemann. Dug. Nope. Rebels couldn't dig it up. 19-15. Eagles with some good height. They are second currently in Region 16 in 2A. They've only lost twice in their region against North Summit, a team that Rich beat last week at the Richfield tournament. Peart with a serve receive. Good pass up front. Kiara sets left side. Savannah hits cross court. Dug up by Spencer. What a dig. Hit. Rebels with a nice dig. A J-Bar excavation dig of the game. Peart slaps it across. Eagles set it up left side. Big hit again off the top of the net. Big dig again by Julia Hopkins. Set up on the left side. Riemann again with the hit. Back line. Too long. It's out. The Eagles this time calling for a deflection. I didn't see it. And Rich leads 20-15 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. This one a tight, highly contested match. Rebel student section in as strong as force as we've seen all year. Rebel crowd is strong in here as we've seen all year. And a service ace. Brought to you by Circle H Land and Cattle Company by Amber. Eagles thought it would be out. They watched it go by, and Amber with the point and the ace. Service again by Smith, bumped up front, set on the left side. Riemann hits long. Rebel point, 22-15 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Rich with the lead. Smith to serve again. Looking to close out this first set. Pass up front, set right side. Riemann hits, bumped over by Risha. Nice dig to keep that alive and keep it inbounds. Riemann hits again, stuffed by Savannah Peart to the back corner. There's your epic recreation block of the game. Peart with a monster block to the back corner and the point. Amber Smith serving. Rich on top, 23-15. Bumped left side. Not a great pass. Then they bump it over to the Eagles. Back line. Smith, good pass up front to Kiera. Left side. Peart comes in hot, hits hard, dug up and passed to the over the net. The Eagles can't control it on the happy birthday. Rich knocks it down, 24-15. Set point Rebels. Amber Smith serves. Bumped up front. Good pass this time. Set in the middle. Nope, back set for Riemann. Talisha digs it up. Risha pushes to the back corner. The other Riemann is there. Set it up left side, or Spencer rather was there. Riemann hits. Rich digs it up. Nice J-Bar excavation dig of the game. Peart hits into the block. It's on the floor, and Rich wins 25-15 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Rebels take the first set, 25-15. We'll be back with set 2 after this on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com. First set brought to you by Rolene Kennedy.
Rolene Kennedy of Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet in Evanston is your Rich County representative. The mother of 5 Rich High graduates and grandmother of 3 more graduates in the making, Rolene is here for you. She's a recipient of GM's highest salesman honor, the Mark of Excellence Award winner, meaning she provides you with the best customer service in the industry. The next time you're looking for a car or truck, think Rolene Kennedy at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet in Evanston, your Rich County representative.
Your vehicle represents one of the major investments you'll make in your lifetime. If you have an accident, large or small, take care of your investment with a professional team that understands the value of your vehicle. T-Bar Body Shop and Technoglass of Evanston has been repairing and restoring vehicles to just like new condition for over 7 years. Don't trust your investment to just anyone. Let T-Bar fix your car. T-Bar Body Shop and Technoglass of Evanston. Stop in today for a free estimate. 515 County Road.
They really appreciate every customer at Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley. They understand that you have lots of options when it comes to purchasing outdoor recreation vehicles. That's why they work hard to earn your business by making sure they understand exactly what you want. They're friends with their customers. When you're happy, they're happy. If you haven't been to their store, they invite you to come visit. And if you've already one of their friends, stop in again soon and check out all of this season's gear. Cache Honda Yamaha in between Logan and Smithfield on US 91.
Back at Rich High School, where the Rebels took the first set over Duchesne. And my apologies, the libero, number 1, is Abby Claiborne. Coach Jessen, this one's on you. I talked with Eric Jessen yesterday, and the roster he sent me, he said, yep, that's all up to date. You are good to go. But Abby Claiborne was not listed on that varsity roster. She's wearing number 1, the libero jersey. And I got to thank Todd Stacy for getting me squared away on that. So apologies to the Eagles. I think we're set. We're back at Rich High School. What are they saying? First set was brought to you by Rolene Kennedy. Set 2 is brought to you by the town of Woodruff, and our beginning serve of each set is brought to you by the Randolph Country Store, the station in Randolph, rather, here for your convenience needs. The Rebels knock it down and lead 1-0. A Bear Lake Realty kill for Savannah Peart. Rich leads 1-0 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Rebels serve it across, and it's a service ace. Circle H Land and Cattle Company. Rich leads 2-0 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Savannah Peart with a epic recreation block of the game in the first set and a service ace here at the beginning of the second set, but a service error as she goes into the net. Eagles get their first point of the set, and Rich is on top, 2-1 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Let me get that thing squared away a little bit better, aimed and cropped around. Hopkin receives, they set it up for Julia, push down the line. Eagles set it up in the middle. Riemann hits down the line. Peart with a nice dig. Kiera sets high and outside. Hopkin hits, blocked out of bounds. Bear Lake Realty kill for Julia Hopkin. Nice attack. And Rich leads 3-1 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. With Talisha Larson serving, the running jump serve. And that's a much stronger serve than we saw her deliver last night against Manila. Shanked off to the side for a service ace, putting Rich on top, 4-1 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Coach Jessen told me yesterday, based on what he's seen from 2A, he said, Ryan, Rich and Penguins would be the top teams in 2A. They're both so good. Big attack by Duchesne. Rebels dig it up, set left side. Hopkin cracks it across the net. It's dug up, and Eagles set, smack it across. A nice dig by Peart. Eagles set it up again, left side. Riemann hits too long, and that's been, so far from what I've seen, one of the biggest issues for the Eagles is they get a nice attack, but then hitting errors have hurt them today. 5-1, Rebels on top on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. And a service ace by Talisha Larson. That's her second in 3 sets, or in 3 serves. It's 6-1. Coach Jessen wants a timeout. We'll take a quick one as well on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
It's Truck Month going on right now at Auto Farm Castle Rock in Evanston. Receive 0% financing for 72 months on select models or get 20% off select models. Receive up to $3,500 in bonus cash. Auto Farm is stuffed with vehicles at the guaranteed lowest prices. It's Truck Month going on now at Auto Farm. 0% for 72 or 20% off. Chevrolet. Find new roads.
Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. We're a different kind of dealer.
Light up your world with a custom-built LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. It's a proven fact that signage that lights up creates more attention. So light it up and then add text, images, and video, and your sign becomes even more powerful. Start sharing your advertising messages and information with your customers today. The team at Rocky Mountain Sign provides all types of quality signage that is custom-built and maintained. Call today for a free quote. Rocky Mountain Sign, 307-789-5202. Rocky Mountain Sign, serving customers in Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho.
Welcome back. The Eagles got a side out on that last. They put up a nice attack. serve, bumped over by Rich. Eagles bump it right back. Kiara sets high left side. Hopkin comes in, hits cross court. What a spot from Julia Hopkin. And you could see her take something off of that last attack and just drop it in where the defense couldn't get there. That was a nice attack. Hopkins seeing the block well, seeing the floor well, and knocking it down for a Bear Lake Realty kill. Kiara Grohl set to serve. Rebels in black, Eagles in dark blue. There's not a lot of difference between the two. Rebels serving left to right at mylocalradio.com. Rebels able to dig up the attack. Hopkin hits down the line, and it's deflected to the back corner. 8-2. Rebels off to a hot start in the second set. Brought to you by the town of Woodruff. Mayor Bull Holman, council members Hugh Holman, Audrey Jessen, Raymond Franson, Millie Bradshaw, and clerk Lisa Bell. Rebel football team got a quick change and out into the stands to join the student section, cheer on the Rebel girls here in homecoming. Rebels get a deflection, keep it alive, bump it over. It's somehow kept alive by the Eagles. They set it up left side, hit down the line off the top of the net and out of bounds on the attack by Mikkel Riemann. 9-2, Rich with the lead on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Rich won the first set 25-15. It was a close match, 15-14 before Rich went on a big run. Riemann hits, nice attack. Somehow Kiera digs it up. J-Bar Excavation, dig of the game. Eagles set it up again in the middle. Hit, stuffed by the Rebels. Julia Hopkin. We've got your epic block and your J-Bar dig in one play, and Rich leads 10-2. And this is a different level of play than we saw last night against Manila. Nothing against the Mustangs. They came and played hard. They're fun and did well. But, boy, the Rebels have to be at a different level here tonight. Nice attack by Riemann, and this time she gets it down 10-3 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. And I tell you, this is the biggest crowd we've seen for a volleyball match this season. That's for certain. Service by Riley Blazard. Kiara sets left side. Hopkin hits it, and it's dug by Spencer. Bumped way outside. Set up high by Lisenby, and bumped out of bounds. Rebels with the point, and Rich leads 11-3 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Julia Hopkin serving, and she serves too long. Good read by Ashton Spencer. Ducks out of the way at the last second, lets it go by for a service error. And this is exactly why Coach Stewart wants to keep Duchesne on the schedule. They're a good team, extremely well coached, although Riemann, I believe, just served it long to return the service error favor. 12-4, Rich on top. Amber Smith serving. Backline bumped up front by Riemann. Set by Lisenby. Right side, and the hit way long by, I believe it was Spencer. Either way, it's a Rebel point. And Rich leads 13-4 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Smith with a serve, almost an error. It's bumped over, tipped back by Peart. Kept alive, bumped, slapped across by Riemann. Rich sets it up left side, high and outside for Peart. Hit, deflected, and kept in the air by the block. Lisenby sets left side. Spencer comes in, hooks it to the back line, out of bounds. Too long, 14-4. And Duchesne, as much as what Rich is doing, Duchesne's hurting themselves with misfires, with hitting errors. Service ace by Smith as Riemann bumps it to the back wall, 15-4. Amber with the ace, Circle H Land and Cattle Company ace. Rebels went on a 10-1 run to close out the first set. Risha sets left side. Peart hits through the block. Diving dig by Lisenby. Rebels barely keep it alive. Hit up over the net, overpass. Diving dig by Talisha, but then Rich can't get underneath it after that. Would have been a candidate for your J-Bar Excavation dig of the game. Instead, it's a Duchesne point. Rich is on top 15-5. Serve receive, Rebels barely keep it in the air. Kiara tips it, it's blocked back, and Rich can't keep it in the air, and there's some height advantage for Duchesne. Rich was down 14-13 in the first set and outscored Duchesne 12-1 to win that first set. Back to serve, Alyssa Grant. Running jump serve for her. Hopkin an overpass. Riemann bumps it high. No, Spencer bumps it high. Set up for Spencer. Hit hard right at Kiara Grohl, and she can't control it. Nice attack by Ashton Spencer. Boy, she hit that thing hard. And Spencer, a senior this year. She's been a thorn in the Rebels' thumb the last couple of years in basketball. Hopkin passes up front. Kiera sets left side. Peart hits, deflected by the block. Lisenby bumps high. Nobody goes. Finally, they get to it and push it across. Eagles barely kept that one alive. Risha left side. Peart hits, back line. It was deflected. Looked like it was deflected by me, or looked to me that it was deflected, but no. Maybe my bad eyes. 15-8. Eagles on a bit of a run here, and serving again is Alyssa Grant. Rebels get a good pass this time. Set it up. Peart hits down the line. Dug by the libero, Claiborne. Eagles pass it across. Back row. Rebels don't get a good pass, but they keep it alive and bump it over. Claiborne again bumps up front. Set by Lisenby. Hit to the back corner. It's in there. Ashton Spencer. And the Eagles are finding their stroke on the attack. Hitting errors have come under control for Duchesne, and that's really helped them along these last few points. Rich was on top 15-4. It's a 5-0 Eagle run. 15-9. Peart passes. Kiera sets left side. Savannah hits right at the block, and she just cracks it right at him. It's blocked down to the floor by Megan Remond, and there's a side out to end that 5-0 run. Rich leads 16-9 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard, and I believe it's Risha Larson dropping back to serve. That's where we are in the rotation. That is Risha. Claiborne passes up front. Lisenby sets left side. Spencer slaps it across. Touch attack, but Peart digs. Set up left side for Peart. Crushed to the back line. It's in there. Claiborne had a chance at it. She thought it would be out, pulled away at the last second. I don't think she would have played it well had she been able, or had she chosen to play it. It was a low ball where she was trying to get to it. And the Rebels have a Bear Lake Realty kill. Risha Larson serves a bit too long. This time a great read by Claiborne. Steps out of the way and watches it go by for the error. 17-10. Rich on top on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Rebels with a handful of errors in this second set, brought to you by the town of Woodruff. Rich sets it up. Peart hits, blocked. Again, that height advantage. Spencer some good height up front. Remond with some good height as well. Remond is set up. She hits it, cracks it right down to the net. Rebels keep it alive. Bump it over. Somehow played it off the net twice. Remond sets left side. Spencer hits. Rich keeps it alive. Talisha gets away with a double hit. It went off her arm and then off her hands. Now the Eagles step across the line. No, the Eagles get called for 2 hits. And if you're Duchesne, you got to be frustrated, as Rich got away with 2 hits, and I didn't see 2 hits from Duchesne. Maybe a questionable or missed call. Savannah serves. Remond back set. Spencer hits. Back corner. What a hit by Ashton Spencer. And much like Julia did earlier, she took a little bit off of it to make sure she hit it in the right spot where the defense couldn't get to it. I've been impressed by Ashton Spencer so far. Rebels on top 18-11 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Service by by Moon. And the hit by the Rebels is in there. And it was Spencer on the service. Rich on top, a Bear Lake Realty kill. Rich leading 19-11 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. I know I'm getting some names wrong on here. Jade Moon, the setter. She receives the pass, sets left side for Remond. Tipped over. Julia dives and got hung up on the floor a little bit. I think she thought she was going to slide a little more than she did. And it's a point for Duchesne. 19-12. Rich on top after winning the first set 25-15. Rebels lead in set 2, brought to you by the town of Woodruff. Again, our beginning serve of each set is brought to you by the station in Randolph. Rich leading 19-12. Substitutions. McKenna Stacy will check in. Savannah Peart showing a little bit of pain and checking out. Stacy with a good pass up front on the service. Hopkin hits down the line. It's deflected out of bounds. A Bear Lake Realty kill puts Rich on top 20-12. And Stacy, the freshman, steps right in, does just what they wanted her to do with a nice pass. Kiara Grohl set to serve for Rich. Homecoming night. The breakfast for dinner coming up after the volleyball match as Kiara hits into the net. Rich with third service error of this second set, but they've got 3 aces to even that out. Stacy, another very nice pass up front, set left side. Hopkin crushes it down, drills it between the defense. Bring that hammer down, and the Rebels lead 21-13 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. And again, that's set up by McKenna Stacy's perfect pass, Kiara's nice set, and that's what makes the attack work. Hopkin serves. Passed up high by Lisenby, set and hit into the net. 22-13, a hitting error has been one of Duchesne's biggest enemies in this match so far. 22-13, Rebels on top. Hopkins serves. Pass goes over the net. Risha passes up high. Kiara sets, and Stacy hits. Good idea, trying to go cross-court away from the block, but she hits it a little bit low into the net. 22-14, Rich with the lead on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Serving is Raymond, and I believe that was Mikkel Raymond. Rebels set up the attack. It's clipped off the top of the net, drops in the back corner. 23-14 on a Bear Lake Realty kill from Rich. Talisha Larson back in on the front row as Rebels set to serve. Talisha, McKenna, and Risha on the front row. Amber Smith serves. Back line, Raymond, good pass up front. Lisenby sets behind her, and it's hit by Jade Moon. Rebels get a great dig from Amber Smith. Talisha slaps it across, and it's dug by Claiborne. Eagles set it up. Diving dig again by Amber Lee. The J-Bar Excavation dig of the game. Rebels bump it over. Lisenby, back set, right side. Hook, running hook, and a hit by Brooke Barson, the sophomore. And it's 23-15. Rebel student section shouted a minute ago when Sydney Hatch got a kill. She's a sophomore. The Eagles shouted back, she's a sophomore on that point, and then the Rebel student section shouts, get your own cheer. 23-15, Rebels get a nice pass, set it up. Sydney Hopkins hits, she's blocked. Rebels keep it alive. Set it up again for Hopkins. This time hits it to the back line. Riemann with a good pass up front. Moon bumps and slapped into the net. That was a fourth hit. The attack by Megan Riemann was a little bit too low, and Rich has a set point, 24-15 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Second set is brought to you by the town of Woodruff. Here's Risha Larson with the service. Passed up front, maybe gotten away with a double hit. Spencer hits, stuffed by Rich. Eagles scramble, but they can't keep it alive. 25-15, the Rebels take the second set as well. Rich leads in this match, 2-0 in this second set, brought to you by town of Woodruff. Mayor Bo Holman, council members Hugh Holman, Audrey Jessen, Raymond Fenton, Millie Bradshaw, and clerk Lisa Bell.
This is Rich Rebel Senior Risha Larson, and you're tuned in to Rich High School Volleyball action on Rebel Radio, KADQ FM 98.3, and online at mylocalradio.com.
Woodruff, Utah has a long pioneer history with a post office that has been in operation since 1872. Woodruff was named after Wilford Woodruff, the fourth president of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and is home to the Woodruff Steakhouse, a former Latter-day Saint office building that is listed on the National Register of Historic Places. Our rich pioneer heritage is reflected in all our students by their hard work and commitment to excellence in the classroom and in their sports.
The best family vacations create lifelong memories. The Wind River Hotel and Casino in Riverton, Wyoming has teamed up with the Riverton Golf and Country Club to bring you great golf getaway packages for the whole family. Come for a couple of days, golf, eat, relax, tour the Wind River Indian Reservation, and enjoy the Native American tribal dancers. Pet rooms are available so you can bring the whole family and stay. Call today the Wind River Hotel and Casino, where families play, stay, win. 866-657-1604. We sell fun. Come see and feel the fun when you shop at Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley. You and your family will have fun year-round, in the water with personal watercraft, in nature driving your side-by-side or riding your four-wheeler, or in the mountains on your snow machine. It's always fun at Cache Honda Yamaha, no matter what the season is. Our showroom is full of inventory to choose from. Start having more fun today. Visit Cache Honda Yamaha between Logan and Smithfield on Highway 91. We sell fun.
Coverage of Rich High School sports is also being made possible by Delmas Equipment, repairing equipment for over 20 years, farming equipment assembly, and custom fabrication. The Thompson Ranch, Brian and Becky Thompson, promoting student learning and success in all areas. And Western Ag Credit, reliable credit for all things agriculture.
It's Truck Month going on right now at Auto Farm Castle Rock in Evanston. Receive 0% financing for 72 months on select models or get 20% off select models. Receive up to $3,500 in bonus cash. Auto Farm is stuffed with vehicles at the guaranteed lowest prices. It's Truck Month going on now at Auto Farm. 0% for 72 or 20% off. Chevrolet. Find new roads.
Auto Farm, Castle Rock Chevrolet. We're a different kind of dealer.
Beginning serve brought to you by the station in Randolph. Talisha Larson delivers. Duchesne attack. Rebels dig. Duchesne sets it up again, and what a nice hit. Boy, tough angle on the attack by Megan Riemann. Duchesne leads 1-0 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard as we get underway in set 3. Brought to you by Rich County Rebels with a championship cause. Service by Jade Moon. Kiera sets left side. Hopkin crushes it to the back line. It's deflected by Duchesne, and we're tied at 1 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Our camera tonight, we'll see if we can get a Bear Lake Realty fan cam a little bit later on and show you the Rebel student section in a whiteout tonight. That camera is brought to you by Bear Lake Realty. Gary and Amber McKee in Garden City. Visit bearlakerealty.com. Rebels serve. Good pass. Moon bumps, and it's slapped across. Rich digs. Good dig by Amber. Rebels double hit on the serve, or on the set rather, and it's 2-1 Eagles. They led through about half of the first set. Rebels were down 14-13, and then Rich went on a 12-1 run to win 25-15. Rich dominated start to finish in set 2, 25-15. Peart passes up front. Kiara sets left side. Hopkin hits, deflected, and Riemann digs it up. Bumped by Moon, a double hit. And both setters having a little trouble early on here in this third set. Brought to you by Rich County Rebels with a championship cause. Our aces in the match are brought to you by Circle H Land and Cattle, Kills by Bear Lake Realty. And again, our beginning serve of each set by the station in Randolph here for your convenience needs. Hopkins serves, dug up, Moon sets left side, tapped across, Rich digs out of bounds. 3-2 Eagles with the lead on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. If you spent much time here at Rich High School, on the west wall of the gymnasium, you've got all the Rebel Booster Club business supporters, Rebel supporters of the Booster Club. Service by Abigail Claiborne, the senior, hits her own teammate in the back of the noggin. It's a service error. We're tied at 3. Amber Smith serves for Rich. She'll tell you more about those banners in the Booster Club here in a moment. As the Eagles set it up, Riemann hits, back corner, nice placement, and Duchesne leads 4-3. The Booster Club is inviting members of the Rich County community and any other businesses interested to donate to the Booster Club, help out Rich High School sports, and get a banner put up on the wall. If you're interested, contact the Booster Club. The price is not too high, and it's a good deal, a great way to support the Rich Rebels by supporting the Booster Club. Rebels somehow keep it alive, but they can't bump it over after a block on the attack where it's 5-3 Eagles on top. Again, if you're interested in supporting the Booster Club and Rich High School, contact Lori Franson or anybody else, any other member of the Booster Club. Serve down the line. Peart bumps it back into the middle. Kiera with a double hit on the set, and the Eagles doubling up the Rebels in the third set, 6-3. I don't know if it's the Rebels have led up a little bit or if Duchesne's come out a little more fired up here for this third set, brought to you by Rich County. Duchesne, I know between sets, as Amber Smith dives and digs on the serve receive, set up for Talisha, bumped back across. Risha goes up with a happy birthday and cracks it to the back corner. The placement was perfect by Risha, and Rich scores the point. Or was it Talisha on the hit and the Bear Lake Realty kill? Between sets, Coach Jessen was all smiles and just trying to be happy. Probably, I can imagine him saying, girls, don't worry about it. Settle down, have fun. Let's just play better. Don't get too stressed. Rebels block, keep it alive, bump it, push it over. Set by Lisenby, and a big hit by Riemann. Makes it 7-4. Eagles on top on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Duchesne playing a lot looser than they did in the second set and playing a lot better. Service into the net is their second error of the set and their fourth error of the match. 7-5. Rebels looking for a little run here. Savannah Peart steps back to serve. Running jump serve, lobs it across. Claiborne rather, bumps it up front. Set left side. Spencer hits. Diving dig by Hopkin. Back row pancake dig by Smith, but they keep it going the wrong direction to the back wall. 8-5. Eagles with the point. And back to serve goes Alyssa Grant. Eagles very likely have a legitimate chance to win the 2A title, with North Summit not as good as where they were last year, and those are two of the top teams in the state. Rebels set up the attack, crush it down. 8-6, a Bear Lake Realty kill from Rich. Eagles probably ranked in the top 5. I didn't look at the rankings. Waterford and Roland Hall look pretty tough. Enterprise is very good. North Summit is very good. And Duchesne pretty solid as well. Spencer hits into the block, out of bounds off the Rebel block. 9-6 Eagles with the lead in set 3. Rebels took the first 2 sets, 25-15 and 25-15. Rebels trailing, though, here in the 3rd set, brought to you by Rich County. Here's the serve. Hopkin, good pass up front. Kiara sets left side. Julia crushes it to the back line, and it's just in there. Plus, it was deflected by the Duchesne block. Bear Lake Realty kill for Julia Hopkin. Our kills and our camera tonight brought to you by Bear Lake Realty, Gary and Amber McKee in Garden City. And be surprised if they're not in Randolph tonight for the homecoming games. Actually, they're in Lake Powell right now, I think, maybe watching the games, enjoying the warm weather. Here's the hit by Rich. It's the dig is deflected out behind the Rebel student section, and it's 9-8. Gary and Amber, if you are tuned in tonight, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for your sponsorship. Hope you enjoy your vacation. Here's Kiara with the service. Grant passes up front. Pretty good pass. Jade Moon back set double hit on the set, and we're tied at 9. Rebels were down 9-6. They're on a 3-0 run. They've tied it up in the 3rd set. Brought to you by Rich County. Looking for our J-Bar excavation dig of the game and Epic Recreation block of the game. Back set for Riemann, stuffed by Julia Hopkin. Speaking of Epic Recreation blocks of the game, my goodness. Savannah had a nice block in the 1st set that ended up in a kill. She blocked it to the back corner. And we'll have to, that last block right there will compete as Kiara serves an ace, brought to you by Circle H Land and Cattle Company, making it 11-9. Coach Jessen says, well, let's stop the bleeding. Timeout. We'll take a quick one as well on the Wildlife and mylocalradio.com.
Business cards are a powerful and inexpensive way to promote the goods and services you offer. You can design your own cards or have the professionals at Westar Printing design your business cards. Now with same day and next day turnaround on all business card printing, you don't have to wait. Get your business cards today. Professional quality, inexpensive prices, and quick turnaround. Visit Westar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston, across from the library. Westar Printing, 307-789-5202.
We're back at Rich High School, and let's take the moment. Keep the camera right there, Rob, the Bear Lake Realty fan cam. If you're looking for beachfront, room of the view, secluded mountain retreat, recreation headquarters, any number of timeshare options, Rebel fans, make sure that your family and friends know about Bear Lake Realty. They're the best, and they are proud supporters of Rich High School athletics and the broadcast here on mylocalradio.com and KADQ. Let's thank Bear Lake Realty. Their camera tonight, Bear Lake Realty fan cam. Nice attack by the Eagles. They get the side out they needed. Rebels were on a 5-0 run, which ends right there. And that's what Coach Jessen, that's why you take a timeout there if you're the Eagles. Rich receives. Good pass by Smith. Set left side. Hopkin punches it to the back middle. And it's bumped up high by Grant. Set up, hit back line. Smith keeps it alive. Nice job by Smith. That was a hard hit, and Rich keeps it in the air. Bumped over by Kiara. Set up on the left side. Big hit. Smith again with another big dig. That's a big reason why she's #1 in all classifications in Utah in digs per set. She's so quick with her hands. Rebels keep it alive. The tile almost falls from the ceiling, and Rich bumps it over. Rick Lem will have his work cut out for him on Monday morning. Epic Recreation block of the game by Sydney Hatch or Julia Hopkin on the attack by Duchesne. Rich just keeps it alive, keeps it alive, keeps it alive, and then stuffs. Absolute lid on the attack by the Rebels. Lid by the Rebels, attacked by the Eagles. They bump it across and over. Not a good pass. 13-10, and the Eagles struggling with the Rebel serve. Rick's going to have to bring the lift in here on Monday and fix that tile, or soon anyway. Julia serves again. Set up and hit back line. Smith with another nice dig. Kiara sets left side. Peart hits and a nice dig by Spencer. Bumped and bumped over out of bounds by the Eagles. 14-10. Rich was down 9-6. They're on an 8-1 run since that point. Julia serves just long. Good eye by Ashton Spencer to let that one go. The service error gets the side out. 8-1 run comes to an end for Rich. Abby Claiborne, presuming she is called Abby. Full name is Abigail. Rebels serve receive up at the net, and Riemann, I believe, no. That is Brooke Barson goes up and punches it down. 14-12, Eagles within 2. Third set is brought to you by Rich County. Rebels with the championship cause. Smith, good serve receive. Kiara sets left side. Peart comes in, hits off the block, just cracked it right at Barson in the block, and it's a Bear Lake Realty kill. 15-12. Amber Smith drops back to serve. Amber serves. Eagles get a nice pass. Riemann hit hard, and Kiara with a dig. Good dig. It's an overpass, but she keeps it alive. Riemann hits again. Smith with a good dig. Kiara passes left side. Peart hits back line. Pass up front. Good dig by Duchesne, but they're hit by Barson into the net. She misfired on a roll attack. Trying to flick that wrist and roll it over. Give it some rotation as it crosses the net, but she hits it into the net. A hitting error. Amber Smith serves again. Back line. Spencer, a decent pass. They keep it alive. Bump it all the way across. Riemann taps it across and gets it to drop in there. Rich couldn't dig it up. (16-13). Eagles serve. Peart receives. Rebels punch it across. Lesenby and Riemann hits. Smith with another dig. High, bounces off the ceiling, and Rich pushes it over. Good pass up front. Set high and left side for Riemann. Hits it down, and the Rebels can't dig it up this time. 16-14 Eagles. Trail by 2. They're coming back. Rebels led by 14-10. We're up by 4. They're down up by 2 now. Back to serve. I believe this is Caitlin Lisenby. It's so tough to see the numbers on the front of the Eagles jerseys. Rebels set it up for Peart. She hits off the block. It's dug by Lisenby. Set and hit by Riemann. Good dig by Smith. Set in the middle. Talisha hits. Deflected. Lisenby digs. Passed left side and bumped across the net. Pushed over. Good pass by Kiara. Risha sets left side. Peart hits into the block. Stuffed. Absolute lid by Jade Moon. 16-15. Eagles within 1. Rebels took the first 2 sets, 25-15, 25-15. So the Eagles have matched their output of those first 2 sets. Lisenby, dump set by Kiara, almost finds the floor. Riemann able to keep it alive. They set it up for Riemann. She hits it down, and we're tied at 16. She hits into the net, does Riemann, and for the second time, the Eagles earn a point. Rebel fans not happy about it as Riemann's follow through. She hits the net, and the officials don't call it. Pass, or the service. Smith, good pass up front. Kiara sets left side. Peart hits, deflected by the block. Bumped up over the net. It hit the top of the net and bounced over. Kiara sets left side again. Peart hits back row in the corner and drops it in for a Bear Lake Realty kill. 17-16 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Rich with the lead in the third set. Again, brought to you by Rich County. Rebels with the championship cause. Risha Larson serves for Rich. Spencer with a pass up at the net. Lisenby with a nice pass. Rebels dig goes into the padding underneath the up official, and we're tied at 17. Again, apologies to our pregame sponsors, the town of Randolph, Pugstone Sporting Goods, Comprehensive Family Dental, Randolph Country Store, and the town of Laketown. We get an overturned call, and I missed what it was. Maybe one of the Eagles in the net or over the line. Rebels, Risha Larson rather, serves an error. Too long, 18-17. After the last call was overturned, Rebels got to serve, leading 18-16. Risha serves too long, and it's 18-17. Rebels receive the serve, set it up for Peart. She hits, blocked. Keeps it alive. Rich sets it up again for Peart. Hit into the top fingertips of the blockers, and Eagles keep it alive. Bump it over to the left side of the net. Bump it over to the Rebels. Smith passes up front. Kiara sets in the middle. Talisha touch attack. It's bumped right back over. Kiara goes up on the happy birthday and knocks it down. Diving dig attempt by Claiborne is out of bounds. 19-17. Rebels with a Bear Lake Realty kill from Kiara Grohl. And Amber Smith drops back to serve for Rich. Or not Amber, but Savannah Peart. Serve receive is bumped out of bounds, kept alive. Lid or blocked by Julia Hopkin. Eagles keep it alive again. Set left side. Julia digs. On the attack by Duchesne. Rebels set it up for Julia. She's stuffed. Nice block by the Eagles, and it's 19-18. Rich on top on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Alyssa Grant back to serve. Grant. Smith with a good pass. Kiera, left side. Hopkin comes in, hammers it. Deflected off the block and dug by Spencer. They set it up for Spencer. Smith digs. Kiera from the back line passes up front or sets up front, and Hopkin cracks it into the block. Jade Moon deflects it out of bounds. Rebels up 20-18, 5 points away from a 3-set sweep of the 2A Duchesne Eagles. Eagles come into this match at 6-3 overall. That can't be right. 5-2 in the region. I've got Duchesne at 13-7 overall. Deseret News had a few matches missing. Eagles set it up, attack, and drop it in there. Rebel block deflects it out of bounds. 20-19, Rich with the lead. Jade Moon serving. Rebels pass it up front, and Kiera into the net, crosses the line, trying to get to it. Duchesne ties it at 20 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. And Moon will serve again. Moon serving left to right. If you're watching online at mylocalradio.com, Rebels get a good pass. Kiera sets left side. Hopkin comes up, cracks it to the back line. Grant, good pass. Nice dig. Set it up for Spencer. Rebels block it down the line of the net, out of bounds. And the Eagles take a lead, 21-20. This is their first lead since they were on top, 9-8. And the Rebels went on an 8-1 run. Coach Cindy Stewart says we better take a timeout here, see if we can go on a run of our own. Rebels trailing 21-20, but up 2-0 in the match in the third set. Rich down by 1 on the Wildlife and mylocalradio.com. Quick timeout.
When you need body work or a windshield replacement, it can be as simple as dropping your vehicle off and picking it up a couple of days later. T-Bar Body Shop and Technoglass of Evanston works directly with your insurance company to save you time and hassle. We know it isn't convenient to have a vehicle in the shop. That's why we work hard to repair and restore as quickly as possible to get you back on the road. Make it hassle-free. Let T-Bar fix your car. T-Bar Body Shop and Technoglass of Evanston. Stop in today for a free estimate. 515 County Road.
Well, the Rebels had a 4-point lead. They led by as much as 4 points in this third set, 14-10 after an 8-1 run. But Duchesne has battled back and kept themselves alive and leads 21-20. Rebels set it up, left side. Hopkin crushes it. Boy, what a hammer shot by Julia Hopkin. It was deflected to the ceiling and deflected down to the floor before I could even talk about it. She really swung away on that hit. Kiera Grohl serves. Grant with a decent pass. Moon sets it up left side. Riemann touches it across. Rebels bump, keep it alive, and Risha bumps it over with one hand. Lisenby sets, and Riemann hits into the Rebel block. Sydney Hopkin deflected it to the floor, 22-21. Eagles back on top. Claiborne checks out, and Spencer drops back to serve. Big height on the front row with Riemann, and Lisenby. For Duchesne, Rebels set it up left side. Hopkin crushes it down. Nice dig by Spencer. Back set, Riemann hits. Rebel block is out of bounds, and Rich can't get underneath it. 23-21, the block for Rich. Not quite on target, and Coach Stewart will take another timeout. We'll take another one as well in the third set. Rebels down 23-21, but up 2-0 in the match on the Wildlife and mylocalradio.com.
The best family vacations create lifelong memories. Schedule a family whitewater rafting trip today. Packages include your hotel room, transportation, whitewater rafting, and lunch in a native teepee. The Wind River Canyon is located on the Wind River Indian Reservation in Riverton, Wyoming, and is home to the Northern Arapaho and Eastern Shoshone tribes. Come and enjoy the waves, the breathtaking views of the oldest canyons in Wyoming. Call today the Wind River Hotel and Casino, where families play, stay, win. 866-657-1604.
Well, Duchesne has come roaring back. They've taken a lead and just need 2 points to win the third set, brought to you by Rich County. Rebels receive. Good pass by Peart. Kiera sets high left side. Hopkin hits, blocked, and Peart digs. Rich sets it up again, and this time Hopkin passes to the back line. Wow, that was quite a lift by Duchesne. They get away with it. Rich punches it over, almost gets it down, but the Eagles keep it alive. Riemann hits down the line. Kiera digs. Smith passes, and Sydney Hopkin bumps it over. Eagles set it up. A back set for Riemann, blocked by Rich. Eagles will set it up again. Left side, Riemann hits. Deflected to the floor. Rebels can't keep it alive. 24-21. Jade Moon really got away with a lift. The ball was behind her head. She pulled it up and pushed it forward. But that's a moot point at this point as Ashton Spencer serves. Peart passes, Kiera sets, high left side. Hopkin hits, blocked out of bounds. Rebel kill to stay alive, 24-22. Rich trails by 2 in set 3, brought to you by Rich County. Rebels with a championship cause. Rebels lead the match 2-1. Hopkins serves. Moon sets left side, hit, blocked by Rich and dug up by the Eagles. Set up for Riemann, tipped, and Rebels pancake dig, but no, they didn't get underneath it. The Eagles win 25-22 in set number 3, brought to you by Rich County. Our 4th set will come in just a bit. Rebels on top in the match, 2-1. 3rd set was brought to you by Rich County. Rebels with a championship cause.
This is Rich Rebel Senior Amber Smith, and you're tuned in to Rich High School Volleyball on Rebel Radio, KADQ FM 98.3, and online at mylocalradio.com.
If you're looking for live local sports, local news, weather, live classifieds, and free photo downloads, search no more. MyLocalRadio.com has what you want. Watch your teams live or browse the tens of thousands of photographs of Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho high school events, from speech and drama competitions, rodeo, an array of different athletics, activities, community events, and so much more. Visit MyLocalRadio.com today and find what you're looking for.
Coverage of Rich High School sports is also being made possible by Delmas Equipment, repairing equipment for over 20 years, farming equipment assembly, and custom fabrication. The Thompson Ranch. Brian and Becky Thompson, promoting student learning and success in all areas. And Western Ag Credit, reliable credit for all things agriculture. Randolph is located near the geographic center of Rich County, Utah, on a high plateau with an average elevation of 6,300 feet. The first group of settlers, led by Randolph H. Stewart, camped on a knoll south of the present town site on March 14, 1870. Randolph is a town of extremes, from 90 degrees in the summer to minus 40 in the winter. The folks who live here are also extreme, extremely loyal, extremely friendly, and extremely supportive of our youth. Good luck to all the Rich Rebels this year from everyone at the town of Randolph.
Back at Rich High School, Rebels took the first 2 sets 25-15 in both, but Duchesne battles back to win set 3 25-22. And the Eagles have the serve. Pam Cornea offered me her gum just now. Not sure why or why she thinks I might be interested, but beginning serve of each set is brought to you by the station in Randolph. Rebels set up the attack. The block is between the block and the net. Rebel point, Bear Lake Realty kill. Savannah Peart serves. Moon sets left side. Lisenby slaps it over. Peart passes. Kiera sets left side. Hopkin goes up high and she's stuffed. Big block by Megan Riemann, the junior. Megan and Mikkel both right around 6 feet tall, and that block has been an issue. That's a good thing for this Rich Rebel team to face another big block like that, because they'll certainly face that against Panguitch, and they've got to get figured out how to work around it. Hopkin works it around it this time, but the Eagles dig it up, bump it over. A pass by Smith. The Rebels set it up again. Hopkin with a big hit and a nice dig by Spencer. Riemann hits hard. Peart able to dig. Rich sets it up. Hopkin touches it across. Moon with the dig. Set right side. Spencer hits it. Savannah Peart dives and digs it up and over and out. Eagles on top, 2-1 on the Stacey's Repair scoreboard. 2-1. Ashton Spencer to serve. Rich leading 2-1 in the match. Smith passes. Kiera turns, tries to punch it. Wasn't a good pass, and she punches it into the net. Eagle point. 3-1. Duchesne on top in this fourth set. Ashton Spencer serves again. Smith, good pass this time. Kiera backs a few steps and sets it across for Julia, whose hit is blocked. Rebels dig it, keep it alive, and Peart bumps it over, or pushes it over. Set up for Spencer. Smith digs. Kiera lunges out, keeps it alive, and Hopkin bumps it to the back line. Pass out of bounds. Thank you. And slap to the back row. Rebels somehow keep it alive. A double hit on the attack by Rich. 4-1, Eagles with the lead. Rebels led 6-1 in the second set. We've gone almost flip-flop on those scores from the second set to the fourth. Kiera, long set for Hopkin, who crushes it to the back line. Grant passes high. Moon sets. Riemann punches it over. Rebels dig, set up left side. Hopkin has to bump it over as the set was back behind her. Had to just back up and bump it. Set up for Riemann. Hit, and Smith keeps it alive with a bump. It's Peart, and then Talisha bumps it over. Moon, back set. Spencer tips it over the net into the hole. 5-1. Rebels may need a timeout here. A big problem that Duchesne was having in the first two sets was missed attacks or hitting errors. They've cleaned those up, and their block is killing the Rebels right now. Smith passes, and Hopkin hits to the back line just a bit too long. And the Eagles lead 6-1 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Ashton Spencer delivers the serve. Rebels need a good pass. They get it from Smith. Kiera, a back set for Talisha, who hits cross court. Nice idea to go a different direction rather than high and outside to the left. They go high and opposite side. And Talisha knocks it down cross court. Nice attack by Larson. Talisha will serve. Rebels attacking left to right at mylocalradio.com. That's east to west here at Rich High School. Riemann delivers a hit, and that came off with some spin on it. Talisha couldn't dig it up. 7-2. It looked like it was going right at her, but spun a little curveball action away from Larson. 7-2. Claiborne set to serve for the Eagles. Right to left at mylocalradio.com. Peart, nice pass. Kiara sets high left side. Hopkin hits, blocked, dug up, bumped over the net by Rich. Bumped and bumped over by the Eagles. Smith, good pass up front. Kiera sets in the middle. Hatch hits it, and it's dug up, but into the net. One of the Eagles puts the score at 7-3. Rebels down on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard with the service. Kiera winds up, delivers, and it's passed out to the outside. Riemann hits. Nice dig by Amber Smith. Rebels bump and bump it over. Set up and pass it to the back line. Set left side. Big hit, but Riemann into the net. They finally call her on it. She'd done it 3 or 4 times and hadn't been called on it. This time they do. The down official says, I've had enough of that kind of play. 7-4, Rebels down by 3. Kiera serves. Decent pass. Moon bumps. Not a good set. Bumped over by Lisenby. Passed, and Rebels set it up. Get a good pass. Good set, and Hopkin punches it over. Eagles dig. Set it up for Riemann. Hit. Deflected. Rebels get underneath it initially, but can't keep it in the air. 8-4. Duchesne on top on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. And Lisenby serves. Peart receives. Not a good service receive, and it's an ace, which I believe is the first of the match for the Eagles. I may have missed one, as I wasn't able to follow the first 10 or 20 points of the first set, though. Kiara sets it in the middle. Hatch hits cross court. Nice attack to the back corner. Defense wasn't there, and Hatch placed it well. 9-5. Rebels trail on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard after Hatch's Bear Lake Realty kill. Julia Hopkins serves. Strong one. Claiborne passes up front. Lisenby sets. Hit. And Amerly Smith digs. Kiara keeps it in the air. Tipped by Hatch, but blocked by Barson. 10-5. Eagles doubling up the Rebels. They were on top 6-3 in the third set and went on to win 25-22. Smith dives out, gets the pass. Rebels set it up for a Peart. Hit, blocked. That big block has given the Rebels some trouble. And Rich goes to the back line. Smith hits it into the net, 11-5. Rich, Savannah Peart shouts to her team, come on, girls, let's go, let's go. Riemann to serve from right to left at mylocalradio.com. Smith, good pass. Kiera dumps set, drops it on the line. What a nice attack by Kiera Grohl, taking a book out of Andy Cornea, or a page out of Andy Cornea's book with that dump set behind her over her own head and on the line. 11-6. Rebels trailing. Amber Smith serves. Good pass by Riemann. Lisenby back set, hit by the other Riemann. Nope, by Jade Moon. Rebels deflected out of bounds. 12-6, Eagles with the lead on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. This is reminding me of the first match of the season when Rich was on top of Evanston 2-0. Evanston adjusted, figured out the block, and ended up winning that match 3-2. Timeout for the Rebels. We'll take a quick one as well here in the fourth set. Back after this on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
Randolph is located near the geographic center of Rich County, Utah, on a high plateau with an average elevation of 6,300 feet. The first group of settlers, led by Randolph H. Stewart, camped on a knoll south of the present town site on March 14, 1870. Randolph is a town of extremes, from 90 degrees in the summer to -40 in the winter. The folks who live here are also extremely loyal, extremely friendly, and extremely supportive of our youth. Good luck to all the Rich Rebels this year from everyone at the town of Randolph.
Now, this is exactly why Coach Cindy Stewart wants Duchesne on the schedule. The height advantage, the high quality of play, the excellent coaching gets Rich prepared for what will likely be a Rich versus Panguitch state championship match. They'll be on opposite sides of the bracket. And Panguitch not too different from Duchesne in the height category. Rebels serve receive. Kiera punches it over out of bounds. 13-6. Eagles on top in set 4. Rebels took the first 2 sets. Pretty solid fashion, 25-15 in both. Eagles won set 3, 25-22, and the Eagles lead big in this fourth set. Rebels scrambling, bump it over, barely keep it alive. Claiborne passes up front. Lisenby bumps it all the way across, and Spencer bumps it over. Smith, nice pass up front to Kiera, set left side. Peart smacks it into the block, deflected high in the air. Set up left side for Spencer, hit into the net, may have been blocked by Talisha Larson. We'll count it as an Epic Recreation block of the game. A side out for Rich makes it 13-7 with Risha Larson serving. And when teams can receive serves well, that gives Rich some problems. Larson misfires. A service error puts Duchesne back up by twice the Rebel score, 14-7. Moon serves. This one back row and in on the line. Amber and Julia were both back there, both kind of hesitated. Are you going to take it? No, maybe you. Maybe it's out, and it's in. An ace. Second ace of the match, second ace of the set for the Eagles. Peart with a pass up front. Kiera dump set. Diving dig by Grant, bumped, and Lisenby. Claiborne pushes it over. Smith, great pass up front. Kiera sets left side. Peart with the hit, stuffed by Megan Riemann with the block. 16-7. Rebels not playing with a lot of intensity at this point. They're playing pretty worried from what I can tell by the body language. They let this one go, and it's a service error by the Eagles. 16-8. That serve was long. Rich down by 8, needing to score some quick straight points, a run of points here. Ashton Spencer hits. Smith lunges out, deflects it back. Not going to happen. 17-8. Need a side out and see if they can get a run started now. Ashton Spencer back to serve. Rebels have had a little trouble with her service tonight. Spencer serves into the net. That'll help. Second serve. Service ace in as many serves for the Eagles. 17-9. Rebels down by 8 in the fourth set. Rich took the first 2 sets, lost the third. Larson serves. It's bumped up near the net, bumped backwards and out of bounds, where the Eagles couldn't get to it. 17-10. Doesn't count as a Circle H Land and Cattle Company ace, but the point counts the same. That's 1 to the Rebels to make it 17-10 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Talisha with a running jump serve. Nice serve, bumped off to the side. Moon bumps, and Lisenby pushes it over. Peart, great pass up front. Kiera sets near the middle, and Hopkins has to just stop and bump it over. Moon sets left side. Riemann with a big hit. Blocked by the Rebels. Kiera Grohl with a big-time Epic Recreation block of the game. And now you're seeing a little more emotion out of Rich. See if they can keep this going. Trailing 17-11 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Again, Rich dominant in the first 2 sets. Lost the third and losing the fourth. 17-10, a Circle H Land and Cattle Company ace from Talisha Larson. Coach Jessen quickly off the bench, calls for a timeout, and we'll take one as well. Back right after this in set 4. Rebels trailing 17-12, but up 2-1 in the match on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
It doesn't matter what season you visit Bear Lake. Make sure you always stop at Pugstone Sporting Goods. You'll find lots of great quality inventory at low prices, including guns and ammo. During the winter, you can rent cross-country skis, snowshoes, and buy your ski passes to Beaver Mountain. Pugstones is always the best place to get information about the area and purchase your hunting or fishing licenses. Everything you need with one stop at Pugstone Sporting Goods at the four-way stop in Garden City.
(17-12), Rebels trail. They're on a 4-0 run. Most recently, a point came on a Talisha Larson, Circle H Land and Cattle Company ace. Talisha serving again. Bumped up front. Get a good pass this time, does Duchesne. They set it up in the middle. Riemann hits it across. Rich digs. Nice dig by Savannah. Rich sets it up. Hopkin pops it to the back row. Moon sets again. Riemann hits cross court, and it's in on the line. Nice attack. And with the height, the leaping ability, the athleticism of these Eagles, when they get a good set, they're dangerous. 18-12, Eagles on top. Claiborne serves. Peart with a good pass up front. Kiera sets in the middle. Hatch hits. It's deflected and kept in the air by the block. Set up left side. Riemann hits again. Deflected by the Rebel block, out of bounds. 19-13 Eagles. Again, Rich won at Duchesne earlier this year. That was on Friday, the 8th of October. Rich won 25-21, 25-18, and 25-20. Hopkin, not a great serve receive. Kiera keeps it alive, and Hatch slaps it across. Lisenby sets, punch to the back row. Smith, pass up front. Kiera, left side again, high and outside for Hopkin. Hit down the line. Moon deflects it, or digs it into the bleachers about 4 rows up. Good hustle by Claiborne to try and get there, but she ran out of hardwood real estate. 19-13. Rebels down. Kiera Grohl serving left to right at mylocalradio.com. Riemann passes. Moon low set double hit, and they get the whistle. 19-15, easy call there. If I can see it, you know it's a double hit. I rarely recognize the double hits unless the whistle comes. Kiera serves again, back line, pass up front by Spencer, and bumped over by Lisenby to the back corner. Peart, good pass up front to Kiera, set left side. Hopkin crushes it into the block. No, she hit the antenna. That set was a little too far outside, and it's 20-15 make it. I think the Rebels are missing a point. Scoreboard says 20-14. Did I give Rich an extra point? I don't think so. Rebels receive, get a good pass. Hatch hits, stuffed. 21-15. Scoreboard says 21-14. I think it should be 21-15. I don't think I added a point for Rich. Peart passes. Kiera left side for Hopkin. Hit back corner. Spencer hits it high off the ceiling to a collision between Claiborne and Lisenby as it comes down and they bump it over. Rebels set it up again for Hopkin, and this time Spencer deflects it backwards. 21-16. Rebels trail on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Rebels need to make sure somebody checks this score. It's Rich into the net. Julia Hopkin with a service error. Oh, goodness. 22-16 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. And Riemann, I believe this is Mikkel Riemann with the service. Kiera sets left side. Peart hits back corner on the line. It's in there. 22, and it sounds like they did check the score and say it's correct. So I'm incorrect. 22. Now it says 23-16. That's an extra point for Duchesne. Oh, they fixed it. 22-16. Bump out of bounds. A bump to the middle of the floor, and Duchesne can't get underneath it. 22-17. Rebels within 5. Amber Smith serves. Bumped backwards by Riemann. Lisenby, and then Spencer bumps it to the back line. Smith, good pass up front. Kiera sets left side. Peart hits. Stuffed. Big time block by Jade Moon. 23-17. Eagles a couple points away from tying up the Rebels in the match. 23-17, and serving is Alyssa Grant. Running jump serve for Grant, just clears the net. Rebels dig it up, and Kiera punches it to the back line. Bumped, and then Lisenby bumps, and Spencer bumps it over. Hopkin, good pass straight to Kiera. Set left side. Peart hits, blocked. Hopkins there for the dig. Rich taps it back across. Lisenby sets left side. Hit down the line. Kiera with a big-time J-bar excavation dig of the game. Rich sets it up back line. Hopkins slaps it to the back row. Grant digs, set left side. Spencer hits. Smith keeps it alive with a diving dig. Hopkins bumps, and Talisha bumps it over. Lisenby, Moon on the right side of the offense. They slap it across, and Julia digs. Kiera left side for Peart. Hit down the line, and it was deflected out of bounds. Rebels win the long rally 23-18. Needed that one to keep themselves alive. I still believe it should be 23-19, but that's beside the point. That's not important, I guess. Risha Larson serves. Good pass by Grant. Set up right side. Hit by Spencer, or by Moon. Rebels good dig. Set for Peart. Hit between the block, and it got trapped between Moon's stomach and the bottom of the net, and Rich is within 4. 23-19 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Risha serves again. Grant passes, good pass up front. Lisenby back set for Spencer, who tips it over the block to the floor. Set point for the Eagles. 24-19 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Rich dominated the first 2 sets, 25-15 in both. Eagles took the third, 25-22. Eagles with a set point, 24-19 in set 4. Peart passes up front. Kiera sets left side for Savannah. Hit, punched, kept in the air just barely, and Grant bumps it over. Smith, good pass. Kiera sets in the middle. Talisha hits into the block. It's to the floor. Bear Lake Realty kill makes it 24-20. Rebels stave off the loss in the 4th set for now. Rich leads 2-1 against Duchesne. Well, it must be a much improved team from the last time these teams met. Peart delivers the serve. It's passed over the net. Rich goes up. Kiera smacks it, but it's dug. Set left side. Lisenby slaps it across. Rich not ready for it. Caught flat-footed, and Duchesne wins 25-20 in set number 4, and we are tied at 2 games apiece on the Wildlife and mylocalradio.com. The 5th and final set coming up when we return on the Wildlife.
When you have dental care done, you let the dentist and the hygienists into your personal space. It's important that you and your family trust that your dentist will provide professional care in a comfortable atmosphere. Comprehensive Family Dental is a family-owned and operated business that understands how important this trust is. 2 locations make it convenient for you and your family when scheduling appointments. When it comes to your dental work, expect the best. Call Comprehensive Family Dental today at 435-793-2210. When you're buying and selling real estate, you want to work with an agent that knows the area and understands property values. You want to work with an agent that listens to what you're looking for and knows how to find it for you. And it's important to know all of your options. That's why it's smart to work with the best. Gary McKee and the agents at Bear Lake Realty in Garden City, Utah, helping folks buy and sell real estate for over 25 years. When you work with Bear Lake Realty, you're working with the best. Visit BearLakeRealty.com today.
Coverage of Rich High School sports is also being made possible by Delmas Equipment, repairing equipment for over 20 years, farming equipment assembly, and custom fabrication. The Thompson Ranch. Brian and Becky Thompson, promoting student learning and success in all areas. And Western Ag Credit, reliable credit for all things agriculture.
Rebels rolled through the first 2 sets, 25-15 in set 1. They closed that set on a 12-1 run. Set 2 led from start to finish. In fact, they were up 6-1 early and won 25-15 again. But in set 3, the Eagles came from behind and won 25-22. They carried that momentum into a 25-20 victory in set 4. Eagles jumped out to a 6-1 lead in that 4th set. And Duchesne on the verge of knocking off the Rebels. I don't know if that would be an upset for a 2A team to beat a 1A team, but considering the Rebel volleyball program history, 30 straight region titles, 17 state titles, I do believe it would be a knockoff, an upset if Eagles especially come into Rich and earn the win. 5th and final set coming up. Our beginning serve will be brought to you by the station in Randolph. Here for your convenience needs. coldest drinks in town. That's the station in Randolph. Looks like Jade Moon will serve to start this 5th and final set. And the Rebels were well on their way to a 3-set win before Duchesne had different ideas. Rich was on top 14-10 in the 3rd set, and Duchesne outscored Rich 15-12 the rest of the way to win that 3rd set. Jade Moon serves. The station Randolph beginning serve. Peart with a good pass. Kiara sets left side. Peart hits, and it's blocked. Rich digs. Kiara sets, and Talisha Larson hits. It's deflected to the back line on the floor. Rich leads 1-0 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. I think Duchesne took the lead in the first set 1-0. Rebels took a 1-0 lead in the second set and jumped out to a 6-1 lead. Grant passes, set up right side, punch to the back. Nice lunging dig by Savannah. Rebels set it up. Talisha hits, blocked. Kiara pushes to the back corner. Grant is there. Moon sets left side. Riemann hits. Savannah with a big J-bar excavation dig of the game. Kiara goes a long way, keeps it alive, and Hopkin hits into the net. An hitting error by Julia. She's one of the top hitters in the state. A .353 hitting percentage before this weekend's matches. A rare error for Julia. Smith, good pass on the serve receive. Kiara sets left side. Hopkin crushes it between the block. Just drilled it down. 2-1. Rebels on top on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. That's what the Rebels need to do. Somehow continue to find a way to hit around the block, because that Riemann and Riemann have been so big on the block. Talisha just clears the net with the service. Riemann hits, Hopkin blocks, and it's dug. Set up, hit again, and Hopkin digs. Peart sets left side. Hopkin hits back corner. Spencer is there. Moon sets left side for Riemann. Hit back line. Savannah digs to the back wall. We're tied at 2. 5th set. We're tied at 2 games apiece. And we're tied at 2 points apiece on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Abby Claiborne, a service error, gives the Rebels a 3-2 lead. Rich had 2 service errors to 1 ace. It's rare that the Rebels have more errors than aces in a set, but they did that in set 4. A service ace right there. Brought to you by Circle H Land and Cattle Company. And that's a big one. Kiara Grohl will serve again with Rich on top, 4-2. Kiara delivers. Claiborne bumps it high on the back line. Moon with a funny set, and it's hit into the net. Riemann and Spencer, no, Barson and Spencer didn't communicate, and Barson trying to attack was impeded by Spencer inadvertently. Kiara serves again, back line. Spencer with not a good pass, and it's bumped over by Lisenby. Risha passes back. Kiara sets left side. Hopkin hits hard, deflected by the block. Moon bumps it out of bounds. Lisenby gets to it, and Claiborne bumps it over. Good job by the Eagles to keep it alive. Kiara sets in the middle. Hatch this time hits deflected and bumped up front. Lisenby sets left side. Riemann crushes it down. Kiara with a J-bar excavation dig, but Hatch can't get it, keep it in the air. It was up near the net, and it was a little too far to the corner. Couldn't quite get underneath it. 5-3. Eagles with the serve, trailing by 2. Lisenby with the serve. It's an ace. 5-4. Eagles had no aces in the first 3 sets. They've had 3 since that point, including that last serve. Here's another serve by the Eagles. Rebels set it up. Hopkin, he crushes it cross court. And I think I've been calling, well, we've got 2 number 5s, Riley Blazard and Caitlin Lisenby. Not sure which one is actually which. A Bear Lake Realty kill for Julia Hopkin makes it 6-4. Rebels on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Hopkin serves. Great serve. Claiborne barely keeps it alive. They set it up in the middle and slap it across. Kiara, a nice dig. Set left side. Peart pushes to the back corner. Claiborne with a one-handed punch to keep it in the air. Bumped over. Just clears the net. Smith passes. Kiara again high left side. It's real close to the net. Peart has to punch it over and somehow stays on the right side of that line under the net. Here's the attack. Moon punches it too long. 7-4 on the hitting error. Rebels lead 7-4 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. And somehow my computer is not plugged in. I got to get this thing plugged in right now. Let's see. Rebels set it up. Peart and Hopkin bumps it over. Well, we're about 10% battery. I'm glad I noticed that. Eagles push it back. Rebels set it up and hit. Peart down the line, a Bear Lake Realty kill. 8-4. That's just an oversight on my part to not get that battery plugged in. I apologize on that. 8-4. Rebels on top. Coach Jessen takes a timeout. We'll take a quick one as well on the Wildlife and mylocalradio.com. Fifth set, Rebels up 8-4.
Founded in 1997, the Mountain Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho serves Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming and is proud to sponsor the students and staff at Rich High School. The Mountain Valley Cattle Company is established on the foundation of hard work, commitment, and perseverance, knowing that every individual on the team must give their best for the team to succeed. The same principles that students and athletes at Rich High School are learning today that will help them lead tomorrow. The Mountain Valley Cattle Company, 208-339-0614.
It's been a while since we had a match for Rich go to 5 sets. This is certainly exciting. Rebels have the home crowd and the serve with an 8-4 lead. Hopkin. Claiborne with a poor serve receive, but Lisenby keeps it alive. Claiborne bumps it over. Hatch with a nice pass. Rich sets it up left side. Peart hits, and it's stuffed, but on the wrong side of the net for Duchesne. Right side of the net for Rich. 9-4. Peart just swung away. Aaron Judge style. Just hammered it into the block. Sorry for that Yankees reference, Rob. Who's a Red Sox I can give you? Lisenby with the set. Riemann passes across. Smith, good pass up front. Kiera sets left side. Peart hits hard. It's dug high in the air. Moon bumps it into the middle. Lisenby bumps it over. Rebels, Hopkin, nice pass up front to Kiera. Set left side. Peart hits, deflected and kept in the air. Ashton Spencer with one arm out there keeps it alive. Lisenby bumps it over again. Smith, perfect pass up front. Kiera high left side again. Peart hits, blocked, out of bounds. Rebels on top, 10-4 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. I'm not as big of a baseball fan as you. David Ortiz is retired, or else I'd say Big Papi. Lisenby, back set for Riemann. Hit cross court, dug up into the ceiling. Smith bumps it, and Hatch will tip it over. With a double touch attack, pass right up at the net. Peart goes up and tips it down on it was almost a happy birthday. Rich leads 11-4. Coach Julia Hopkin with a Circle H Landed Cattle Company ace. Coming at a very timely moment, and it's 13-4 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Set up left side, slapped across. Hopkin digs, or Kiera digs rather. Bumped over the net, an overpass to Risha sets, and Hatch hits back corner. A Bear Lake Realty kill for the sophomore makes it 14-4 on the Stacy's Repair scoreboard. Apologies if we were frozen there for a moment. I think we're back on, and Rich has a set and match point. 14-4. Service by Hopkin is long. She covers her face, looks to the sky, and wonders what happened. 14-5. Service error, first of the set for the Rebels. And that gives the service to Riemann. Rebels get a good pass, set left side. Peart hits, cross court, it's in there! It was deflected out of bounds, and the Rebels win 15-5. Rich beats Duchesne in 3. 25-15, 25-15, and 15-5. The winning sets for the Rebels to beat the 2A Duchesne Eagles at home on homecoming night. A big win for the Rebels, an exciting, fun win for the Rebels. And we'll have a post-game show coming up in just a bit. In the 5th set, Rebels win 15-5. Very solid win in that final set for Rich. Take a quick break, and we'll be back with your post-game show brought to you by Mound Valley Cattle Company. We'll have your Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap when we return on the Wildlife and mylocalradio.com.
As the hospital closest to Bear Lake, professional medical care is always available at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho. As a full-service hospital, Bear Lake Memorial offers an emergency room that's open 24/7. They treat patients of all ages. Other professional services include physicians' clinics, assisted living, home health services, counseling, dialysis, physical, occupational, and speech therapy, orthopedic care, and skilled nursing. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho. Count on us to care.
When it comes to hard things in life, don't say, why me? Just say, try me. Remember, it's the tough things that make us the strongest. The cattle ranchers at Laziest Ranching are proud supporters of the youth in our community. Sim, Joe Jean, Carol, and Millie Weston, along with Sim Jr. and Meggie, remind everyone to eat more beef and cheer on the Rich Rebels. That's right. Eat more beef and cheer on the Rich Rebels. Founded in 1997, the Mountain Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho serves Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming and is proud to sponsor the students and staff at Rich High School. The Mountain Valley Cattle Company is established on the foundation of hard work, commitment, and perseverance, knowing that every individual on the team must give their best for the team to succeed. The same principles that students and athletes at Rich High School are learning today that will help them lead tomorrow. The Mountain Valley Cattle Company, 208-339-0614.
Randolph is located near the geographic center of Rich County, Utah, on a high plateau with an average elevation of 6,300 feet. The first group of settlers, led by Randolph H. Stewart, camped on a knoll south of the present town site on March 14, 1870. Randolph is a town of extremes, from 90 degrees in the summer to minus 40 in the winter. The folks who live here are also extremely loyal, extremely friendly, and extremely supportive of our youth. Good luck to all the Rich Rebels this year from everyone at the town of Randolph.
Welcome back to Rich High School and the postgame show brought to you by Mountain Valley Cattle Company. Eddie and Todd Jensen out of Thatcher, Idaho. It's time now for your Jimmy John's Freaky Fast Recap. 113 Front Street in Evanston. Jimmy John's gourmet sandwiches, fresh and fast every day. Friday night at Rich High School, following a Rebel football loss against Layton Christian Academy, the Rebel volleyball team hosted 2A Duchesne, the Big Bad Eagles out of Duchesne, Utah. And of course, Duchesne was in the region against Rich for so many years. The Rebels hosting Duchesne to get some good competition, and they got it on Friday night. It was an even match through the first set. Rebels were down, actually, 10-9, and then a little bit later on, 14-13, before a Rebel 12-1 run closed out the first set with a 25-15 Rebel win. Set two, Rich jumped out to a 6-1 lead and never looked back, winning 25-15 again. But then in the third set, Duchesne had a lead early on, 8-6. Rebels battled back, led by 4, and then Duchesne outscored Rich 15-12 the rest of the way to win set 3, 25-22. Moving on to set 4, Rebels struggled early. Duchesne jumped out to a 6-1 lead and led the entire fourth set, winning 25-20. That brought us to the fifth, final, and deciding set, where the Rebels trailed early on, or were tied early on, before going on a solid run. It was 2-2, and then Rich outscored Duchesne 13-3 the rest of the way in that fifth set to win 3-2, 15-5 in the final set. Rebels beat the Eagles, and Rich improves with that win to 18-6 overall, with just 2 matches left in the regular season before state in a couple of weeks. Rebels beat Duchesne 3-2 Friday night at Rich High School on homecoming night. And that is your Jimmy John's Freaky Fast Recap. Gourmet sandwiches, fresh and fast every day. The Mountain Valley Cattle Company postgame show continues after the break. We'll have the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital postgame highlights. And we'll also have a Lazy S Ranching Roundup school calendar when we return on the Wildlife and MyLocalRadio.com.
As the hospital closest to Bear Lake, professional medical care is always available at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho. As a full-service hospital, Bear Lake Memorial offers an emergency room that's open 24/7. They treat patients of all ages. Other professional services include physicians' clinics, assisted living, home health services, counseling, dialysis, physical, occupational, and speech therapy, orthopedic care, and skilled nursing. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho. Count on us to care.
It doesn't matter what season you visit Bear Lake. Make sure you always stop at Pugstone Sporting Goods. You'll find lots of great quality inventory at low prices, including guns and ammo. During the winter, you can rent cross-country skis, snowshoes, and buy your ski passes to Beaver Mountain. Pugstones is always the best place to get information about the area and purchase your hunting or fishing licenses. Everything you need with one stop at Pugstone Sporting Goods at the 4-way stop in Garden City.
Welcome back to the postgame show, brought to you by Mountain Valley Cattle Company. Eddie and Todd Jensen out of Thatcher, Idaho. Time for some postgame highlights presented by Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. There's a good-looking kid walking up the steps. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, count on us to care. Rebels with a 3-2 win over the Duchesne Eagles. 5 sets. Surprising a little bit since Rich swept Duchesne at their place just a month or so ago. But Duchesne comes in strong tonight. Rebels took the first two, 25-15. Duchesne won 25-22 and 25-20 in sets 3 and 4. And then the Rebels with a very strong finish, winning 15-5. Rich outscored Duchesne 13-3 after it was tied 2-2 in that second set, or that fifth set. We had a lot of candidates for Epic Recreation blocks of the game, and I think we're going to give the actual Epic Recreation block of the game to Savannah Peart in the first set. Rich was on top 22-15, closing in on a win in the first set. And Savannah went up for a block, and not only did she stuff it, she aimed, she controlled it or directed it to the back corner away from the defense on the floor for a Bear Lake Realty kill. Made it 23-15, and Rich went on to win that first set. So that was your Epic Recreation block of the game. Epic Recreation, make your vacation an epic one to remember. For rentals in Bear Lake in the summer and in the winter, visit epicrecreation.net. The J-Bar Excavation dig of the game, quality work on all kinds of projects. That's J-Bar Excavation. That one came, I believe, let's see, where was it? We had a dig and a block all in one play in the third set. I believe the dig was Kiera Grohl. Rebels were tied at 9 in the middle of a 5-0 run, and Kiera had a very, very nice dig, dove down, got it under control, kept it alive. Rebels ended up with a Julia Hopkin Epic Recreation block of the game and went up 10-9 at that point in the third set. And so that's your J-Bar Excavation dig of the game. A lot of great digs from Rich today, and boy, you could take your pick and go through every set and pick out at least 5 or 6 digs from Amber Smith, Savannah, Julia, all kinds of nice digs from the Rebels tonight. Those are your post-game highlights and stats brought to you by Bear Lake Memorial. Rich finished the match with 11 aces, just 6 errors through the 5 sets. Duchesne had 7 errors and 3 aces by my tally. Now, I may have missed an error or two or an ace or two from either team in the first set. My scoring started at 10-8 with Duchesne on top. And but a close match, a fun match, an exciting one, and a great win for the Rich Rebels. Stay tuned. That's been your post-game highlights and stats brought to you by Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. Count on us to care. We'll take one more quick break and be back with the laziest ranching roundup calendar on the Wildlife and mylocalradio.com.
When you have dental care done, you let the dentist and the hygienists into your personal space. It's important that you and your family trust that your dentist will provide professional care in a comfortable atmosphere. Comprehensive Family Dental is a family-owned and operated business that understands how important this trust is. 2 locations make it convenient for you and your family when scheduling appointments. When it comes to your dental work, expect the best. Call Comprehensive Family Dental today at 435-793-2210. When it comes to hard things in life, don't say, why me? Just say, try me. Remember, it's the tough things that make us the strongest. The cattle ranchers at Laziest Ranching are proud supporters of the youth in our community. Sim, Joe Jean, Carol, and Millie Weston, along with Sim Jr. and Maggie, remind everyone to eat more beef and cheer on the Rich Rebels. That's right. Eat more beef and cheer on the Rich Rebels.
Back to Rich High School. Homecoming week coming to an end tonight. Rebel football team struggled against Layton Christian. The Eagles won that one. The Layton Christian Eagles won that one 41-13. Kenan Clark had a fantastic day on the ground. 200 yards and a couple of touchdowns, but overshadowed by the Layton Christian Eagles' 569 yards of offense. And Layton Christian earns a home game in the first round of the playoffs. The Rebels need a win at Altamont next week to avoid facing probably Parowan in the first round of the playoffs. Rich will be on the road in 2 weeks to start this 2017 playoffs. Let's take a look ahead at what's coming up next week for the Rich Rebel community and sports community. Rich County Sports and Activities Look Ahead is brought to you by Laziest Ranching. Eat more beef and cheer on the Rebels. Of course, tonight's games wrap up this week's homecoming festivities. There's a dinner and a dance tonight, and it's breakfast for dinner. You better believe I'm going to go get some bacon and see what else they've got. Tomorrow, the University of Wyoming gets back on the field at Maverick Stadium in Logan at Utah State. We'll have the game live right here on KADQ, and you can listen live at mylocalradio.com. And pregame is at 1:30 as the Cowboys continue play. Is it opening Mountain West Conference play? Not sure about that, but it is a Mountain West Conference opponent at Utah State. Pregame's at 1:30 with Dave Walsh, Kevin McKinney. Those guys are great, fun to listen to, and it's right here on the Wildlife. Tomorrow, again, pregame at 1:30, kickoff at 2:30. Looking ahead to next week in Rich Robles sports and activities throughout the school district and the community. Armed Service Vocational Aptitude Battery Test at Rich High School is at 8 a.m. Monday morning. For any students interested. Tuesday, October 17th, the Utah Symphony and Southridge will be at Southridge Elementary and Rich High School. And then also there's a school board meeting Tuesday night at 6 p.m. in the district office. Then Rebel football gets back on the field Wednesday at Altamont. Varsity is at 6 p.m. There's no JV game. Our pregame starts at 5:15 right here on the Wildlife and mylocalradio.com. Again, Rich needing to win that game. They're going to be on the road for the first round of the playoffs, but you'd like to avoid Parowan. And you'd like to be at Milford if you could have your choice, is what it looks like. Rich played Milford much closer than they played Parowan. So that's Rich at Altamont next Wednesday. Also on Wednesday, Rebel Volleyball gets back into action at South Summit in Camas. Freshman at 5:30, JV at 6:45, varsity at 8 p.m. And also next Wednesday, state cross-country meet is at Sugar House Park in Highland. The 1A girls start at 11 a.m., the 1A boys at 12 noon. Then next Friday, the Rebel volleyball team wraps up the regular season hosting the North Summit Braves here in Randolph. Freshmen at 4:30, JV at 5:45, varsity at 7 o'clock. Our pregame starts at 6:40 next Friday night as the Rebels wrap up regular season play and look ahead then to the state tournament the next Friday and Saturday. Oh, that's going to do it for our Lazy S Ranching Roundup calendar. Lazy S Ranching, eat more beef and cheer on the Rebels. That wraps up our post-game show brought to you by Mountain Valley Cattle Company, Eddie and Todd Jensen out of Thatcher, Idaho. For my videographer tonight, Rob Leifson, and producer Kate Bollender back in the studio. Thanks for tuning in. Next Rebel broadcast is Wednesday at Altamont. Pregame starts at 5:15 right here on the Wildlife and mylocalradio.com. Until then, I'm Ryan Steineckert. We'll talk with you again soon.
You've been tuned in to Rich High School Rebel Volleyball on Rebel Radio, KADQ FM 98.3, with video online at mylocalradio.com. Today's match has been brought to you by these Rebels supporting businesses and individuals: Edwards Furniture in Logan, West Star Printing in Evanston, Cash Honda Yamaha in Logan, T-Bar S Body Shop Technoglass of Evanston, the Wind River Hotel and Casino of Riverton, Wyoming, Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, and by mylocalradio.com. The proceeding has been a wholly owned production of Old West Media, no portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of the aforementioned rights holder.
Our executive producer is Val Cook. We thank our office manager, Kayleen Anderson, and our sales manager, Julie Briley, along with KNY and sports director, Jake Hibbert, chief photographer, Warren Cook, and production assistants, Kate Bollender and A.J. Lamb. Biggest thanks to all of our sponsors and to you for tuning in. We invite you to visit mylocalradio.com for archived games and past interviews with Rebel players and coaches. Thank you for joining us on this presentation of Rich Rebel Sports on KADQ FM 98.3 and online at mylocalradio.com. Until the next time the Rich High Volleyball team takes the court, go Rebels!